Good. Good. Really? Really? I join in on the starting screen, and it's already just spam about bald. My chin is not bald, alright? Can we just... Listen, guys, we could start a regular stream. We could not talk about hair or heads or baldness that doesn't exist. And instead we could move on to more productive conversation topics. Like, oh my god. We could talk about Halo? Video game? Mod ideas? Dude, hold on. I think I might be onto something with this. I might be onto something. You just hear me out. We canonically cannot grow a beard. Me? And halfway through the stream, I'm gonna go put hair gel in my hair just because you guys are bugging me. I'm gonna put so much hair gel in my... You guys are gonna see my beautiful, luscious hair. Voluptuous, voluminous. Whatever. I don't care. You know what I do care about? Making good Halo mods. If any of you guys didn't see the stream yesterday, you're in for a treat. You are in for a treat. In fact, those of you guys who even did see the stream yesterday are also in for a treat, because I was working on some pretty interesting stuff. Let's check it out. Welcome! Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. It's good to see you. The Scarab walking makes the Mombasa skyscraper collapse? Yeah, I actually might have a fix for that now that I've been working on a new giant destructible object. This little bad boy here. See that thing behind me? You may recognize it. It might look a little different because it's in Halo 3. But that's right, it's the Halo Reach gigantic Covenant Spire. Pretty cool. Why is it in Halo 3? Because everything should be in Halo 3, obviously. Did you really need me to spell that out for you? It's obvious. Everything in Halo 3 forever. It's the best one, man. Look at that thing. Now you might be like, oh, that's a cool spire, Mr. Rejected, Mr. Shotgun. Can you walk inside of it and walk around in it? Yes, you can. It's a giant base. It's awesome. And you'd be like, that's cool, Mr. Rejected, Mr. Shotgun, but I remember in Halo Reach, that at the end of that one cutscene, you know, it blows up. Can it blow up, Mr. Rejected, Mr. Shotgun? It sure can! And we're gonna continue making it blow up and continue making it work. Hang on. Where's my sniper? I need a sniper rifle. There it is. Beautiful. The silenced one, it's better. Check this out. Are you ready? This is something I was working on earlier. One shot. This is temporary, by the way. This is just to trigger it for testing. Boom! Temporary effect, but it's something. The shield goes down. And then a second shot. Sends the whole structure collapsing into so many pieces. It's beautiful. Look at that. Look at that, dude. Can you believe that? Suppressed sniper sound is really nice. Yeah, I didn't make it. Green did. He did a really good job with it, though. Look at that, dude. The spire has collapsed. Isn't that sick? America. Calm down, okay? Calm down. I added this shield effect that I really want to tweak and make look better today. Am I doing the shield floor red and flashing today? Yeah, I'm going to be working on a lot more of that polished up stuff. That's all happening today. Oh, man, look at that. It's so dynamic. My God, I love it. It's so cool, dude. Look, that's so sick. The way it collapses is insanely satisfying. I'm reliving Grafton as dust all over again. You know what would be a good idea, actually? I haven't tried this yet, but I'm so curious to see what would happen. What if I launched in a Covenant glassing beam onto this thing? Right? Right? Hold on, where did I put this thing? Oh, I remember. It's here. I got it. And you guys are gonna freaking like this. Not that. This. Oh! What if we blast it? Just for fun, you know, just going quirky. I feel like that's really far away. I think I accidentally just blasted something like a mile out. Oh, never mind, we're good. Yeah, I did blast something like a mile away, but hey! Show face, this is all a digital hallucination. Whoa! Crazy. Pretty crazy. I love it. I think it's so cool. Oops, that was kind of far away. Oh, it's closer. It's actually in the barrier this time. You can't look at that and tell me that's not so satisfying. Also, this is, again, a temporary effect, but this is what the shield looks like at the moment when it breaks. It's like a big bubble popping. I don't know if I want to keep that, but I do think it's decent for now. It's something. I don't really have any great ideas for how to make it look better, but it's not bad. Pretty cool. Am I building stuff? Me personally, I'm breaking more than I am building at the moment. But there's so much fun stuff that we get to do now. I'm so excited. Look at this. We can walk around inside here. Get to enjoy the spire and all of its beauty and all of its... Maybe use the one from the Reach cutscene. I actually have to... maybe have the shield have the drop shield effect. I need to look in Halo Reach and see how the shield goes down there because I really forgot what it looks like. It's a very specific effect. A lot of punches, the shield popping at some sort of loud sound. Yeah, it's definitely very much an early work in progress, but I will get it. I will get it. It peels from top to bottom. I kind of figured it did, but frankly, I don't know if I can do that here. Maybe. Maybe. I think I could. I thought of some ideas. It would just be relatively challenging. What? The shield's gone. Did I break it? Yeah, anyway. I don't really like that it just leaves like a giant blue mist everywhere. It does look kind of cool from a distance, though, I will say. Oh, I want to shoot with a sniper. But it's kind of goofy right now. It's pretty much just a temporary effect because I grabbed like the big old shockwave from the nuke and I kind of like recolored it and changed its size and position a little bit. It looks okay. If it went down properly and like played a big awesome Halo Reach sound and effect, I think it would be a lot cooler. I think what I want to do is look up that cutscene. see, where is it? Halo Reach Tip of the Spear cutscene. I have completely forgotten how this looks. Let's see, though. Together. Let's watch the cutscene. So we have the cutscene here, where...
We just lost all power. We're going down.
We're going down. Yeah, the EMP happens. I really wish I could have like a cool effect where the shield has like a blue line where it interacts with the environment, but I'm fairly certain Halo 3 just doesn't have that. Oh, here we go, yeah. So it goes, big wave comes down, and the whole thing just kind of fades out. Fun fact, the whole Spire peels thing is actually an illusion here. The whole thing turns off while the giant wave comes down. Which, I really want to grab this. This might actually be a... Oh, that's a really sick effect. Okay, I'm going to see if I can get that. That's a lot better than the whole shockwave thing. Doesn't look like they even animated it. No, they basically just did a giant ring that, like, comes down over the dome, and then they kind of just faded the dome out while that happens. I'm going to have a self-destruct switch, so that'd be sick for Assault or something. Yeah, I'm going to make a way to, like, have the shield become permanently disabled. Should be doable. Let's see. I'm gonna pop open the Reach editing kit really quickly and see what that shader is, the material that creates like the giant dome kind of deactivating. Because we have a great active dome, and I don't see a reason why we couldn't do a big deactivated dome. It looks like the one Halo 3 loading. Oh, I know you're talking about the old school loading screen on the console. Alright, let's see. Halo Reach, we're gonna go to the mission. Maybe cinematics? Perhaps Covenant. Shield dome, rib, outer, inner. Oh, here. Shield dome down. This would be the... Yeah, look at that. Okay, so this is the whole thing, the dome down. I'm going to assume here that... Wait, what? I swear I just saw... Okay, yeah, that was weird. Yeah, so the dome down literally just translates based on what, a scenario interpolator? Yeah, it just has a scenario interpolator that has it, like, move. I have an idea for this, dude. I have an idea for this. Basically, the idea is, right, I make the dome a separate object. And I can probably use damage or something to make the dome go down in like a slow fade, to kind of like tick it downwards. And when that happens, I can play the effect of the shield kind of wiping downwards. You show me how to make a Scarab shoot. When I added the weapon to the Scarab, it was shooting inside it. There's actually a trick to that. There's a sneaky trick that I had to figure out. Oh my god, I have so many particles open. This was me earlier editing the giant shield effect. Oh my god, so many things are opening. I gotta close all of this, holy crap. Yeah, if you want to make your own Scarab fire, there is like a sort of a trick to it. I believe I remember how to do this. What you do is you go into the Scarab Giant, because it seems like you already got it shooting, but it's going inside. What you have to do is set, I think it's the camera marker name, to like, is it head? Or something like that, or primary trigger? Or maybe it was right hand node. I'm trying to remember. It was one of those. I think you set it to like head or primary trigger. And this one right here, head. I'm pretty sure it's something like that. Weird. That's how I did it in Reach ages ago. I can't really remember off the top of my head. Let me check the multiplayer Scarab that I made for Huge Grass, because that one should have more or less the correct setup. Oh yeah, you gotta set the right hand node, left hand node, and preferred gun node, all the primary trigger for one. At least that's how I have mine set up. Oh, right here, yeah. And camera marker name, in the seats block right here, set your camera marker name to head. I'm like 99% sure that fixes it. that never really made a lot of sense to me, but sometimes the engine is just quirky. And little stuff like that will save the day. But yeah, I say we do like the big shield dome down effect and see if we can get it to work. Here's my idea, right? Here's my idea. The idea goes like this. When the shield goes down, in the same way that I delete the shield or deactivate it here by shooting, it's just playing an effect and it's making the shield part of the model just completely disappear. But what if, when this disappeared, okay, it spawned in another identical dome at the exact same time that, like, faded off? So you don't even see it happen. In the exact moment that your actual shield disappears, the identical one spawns in. So you don't even notice anything happening, but that identical one has the ability to fade off, and it also deploys a big, like, downward wipe like the one does in Reach. In order to make sure that that actually works, I do need to do a couple of things. The first thing we need to see is, can I turn the shield off? So let's go to the dome outside here. We have our shader here. This one is the Cov shield dome outer, so this is the outside shield. And I want to see if I take the intensity, which is at 5 right now, and I set it to 0, okay, it turns off pretty perfectly. Alright, that's exactly what I wanted. But now can I time it? I recall not being able to. So this should make it every 5 seconds. It kind of goes like up and down. I don't think this works. Yeah, I think it just goes to the highest value that it has, which ends up being that, basically. So it looks like a regular periodic isn't going to work, but what would work is a periodic on a function timer. So I could make this tied to, say, health, or pretty much any other function that this object could have. Now let's take a look and see what functions do we have. So there's a couple that we could probably use. Regular object functions here. Alive, obviously. Current body damage, current shield damage. We have health and shield values. And not honestly as much as I would like. We have a time in seconds, but that kind of like ticks downwards and it's kind of hard to use. There are scripted object functions, which I absolutely should use for this. And that's what's used in Reach. However, those just won't function well in multiplayer. If I wanted this to be a forge object, this just straight up wouldn't work. The best thing that I would be able to use for this is either body vitality or shield vitality here. So temporarily, I'm going to use body vitality. So we'll go into here, I'll have a 5 to 0, and we'll make it a curve. So it starts at 5, ends at 0, and the function is body vitality. So basically health. They call it body vitality, it's health. Refresh. Oh, maybe I got it backwards, hold on. There we go, okay. So what I can do here is I can give the Spire a bunch of health and turn off the section that like destroys the shield, which is very easy to recreate. I'll give it, say, give it like 500 HP. And what should happen is as I shoot it, we should see the outside of the shield. I guess it's kind of pointless to go on the outside. Well, whatever, I'll just shoot it. As I'm shooting this, the shield is getting dimmer and dimmer, and then it disappears entirely. And just as a test as well, we have the overlay, which is these little tiny swirling effects here. I'm going to do the exact same thing to those. Right now they're at 22. We'll do a curve. We have 22 to 0. And I'm also going to put body vitality into here. So what that means is, oh, I got it backwards again. So now, when I start shooting this again, you can see this is starting to get a little bit more faded in color. It's starting to become really hard to see. Now it's almost gone, and it's basically at 0 HP. You can slightly see it there almost, and then this should be the last shot. Yeah. So that works pretty well, actually. But the thing is, can I trigger it so that this thing will take a stupendous amount of damage and then play a big effect when it goes down? I don't know. I think it should get brighter before falling. Well, and reach, it just kind of fades out when you disable it, sadly. And this thing is basically impenetrable for the most part. I'm trying to think here, because body vitality, or shield for that matter, I think would be the most important thing here. In fact, I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to do shield, is it shield vitality? Is that what it's called? Shield, yeah, okay, so I'm going to actually give this thing shields, like proper shields. Shield vitality. Then we'll do this one too, shield vitality. And that way, the actual health of the tower will not be impacted. We could give it like 50 HP. Well, okay, to be safe, we'll give it like 100. But then we'll do like 500 shields. And now, I can shoot it a bunch. And eventually, hopefully, it should get to the point where the shields get taken completely down. Wow, this thing really is not affected at all. Okay, recharge time. The length of time it would take for the shields to fully recharge after being fully depleted. I'm going to say 120 seconds. How long do the shields stay stunned for? Also, 120 seconds. And the global shield material name will be just Energy Thick Cove. Okay, that hopefully sets it up a bit better so I can actually... Sure doesn't. I'm gonna be honest, it's really not doing anything, is it? Am I missing something here? Stun time, minimum. The minimum damage required to stun this object's shields is 1. I don't think it's working anymore. I think adding shields to this thing made it just like way too strong. What if I give it like 5 shields? What the hell, man? The shields don't break at all. My sniper not doing any shield damage? Try this. We'll go out here with an assault rifle. Oh, I broke the shields. Let's go, dude. Okay, not bad. Not bad. Well, let me do this on the inside of the shield, too, so that way we can actually see it from inside, because doing it from the outside kind of sucks. So we'll go inner. We'll do the exact same thing we just did here. We take the intensity of this, which right now is 3, and we'll set it to 0. And it'll go 3 to 0 on shield vitality. And we'll do the exact same thing on the overlay, the funny little curved bits. We'll make sure it starts at 0 and ends at that function. Shield vitality. I'll double check this one real quick. Does it start at 0? No. Okay. Now, I should be able to shoot this thing a bunch and see the shield disappear. Yeah, pretty much instantly. Alright, in order to make sure it's a little bit harder to take down, let's set it to 500. Is it fading at all? Oh yeah, it's faded out. Now it's completely gone. Not bad, dude. Not bad. I think it should get brighter before falling. It's a fair point. That's a fair point. I could also change its colors. Alright, before I move on any further, right now we have it so the shield can slowly be whittled down. Do we make it so that you can just turn it off? Or do we make it that you actually have to shoot the shields? Because the way it worked in Halo Reach, obviously if you've played it, was that you take down the shields, that way the frigate Grafton can come in and blast the Spire to pieces. But if instead of having to go in and take out the shield, what if you just shoot the shield a bunch, and then it eventually goes down? Like just a regular Covenant shield. I figure probably that wouldn't work, because it's like super, super powerful as far as the shield goes. That way you kind of have to go inside to take the shield out. From a gameplay perspective, unless I decided I wanted to script this like a campaign mission, I'm thinking it would probably be smarter to make it so that you shoot the shield a bunch in order to make it go down. Let me try something a little fancy here. On the inner part, we have these 3 colors that I've been using for all the shield colors. I'm going to do a little function here. Curve. I believe it's this, but if we do it as red... Yeah, I'm going to give this a try here. Curve this, but red. And then curve this, but red. And we gotta set shield vitality on this. This is really basic. I'll try to make it fancier here in a second. But so that's for the shield inner dome. So, oh yeah, you can see it's really red in here now. I think it's supposed to be the inverse of that. Hold on. Color medium, boom, boom. I don't know why these functions require everything to be reversed. Maybe because shield vitality is a function that registers backwards. Is it turning red? I mean, it's disappearing. Maybe I should make it brighter. When you shoot a Jackal shield, it gets brighter, like was being said before. We'll double the brightness of it. No, we'll triple the brightness of it, actually. So for that... Oh, right, and the overlay, too. We need this to be a... Go U, drag that down to... I don't know, here. Make that red. Well... We start at red, we go to blue, shield vitality. Okay. And then the overlay intensity is 0 to 22, or 66 to 22. So as it takes more damage, it should get brighter. And then turn off. The shield is lower via button. It can make for a great gameplay objective to fight over. Yeah, true. Let's give it a try again. Wait, me just falling on it deals damage? The collision is absurd. Definitely need to swap this thing's collision states out. I'm just jumping on it and it's taking damage. It's kind of cool looking, though, to see the shield turning red. Oh! How much do you? That's a good question. Apparently a lot. The Spire top doesn't even have like a crazy collision effect either. It doesn't have any particular collision damage. Why is it so sensitive to collision? What the fuck, dude? Right? Like, this is the right one. I'm not tripping, am I? Yeah, it's taking damage every time I jump. What the fuck is happening? Okay, this sniper does like no damage to shields. It's alright, but let's go. I mean, that's just really cool to see, honestly. I think everything should have this effect. This is pretty cool, honestly. I like it a lot. Let's do it on the, that's the, or no, yeah, now we need it on the outer dome. So this will go curve, shield vitality, starting at the top with this color, but red. And we'll do that for all the other colors too. So we use shield vitality. We'll do that, but red. This pale one, but red on shield vitality. And the last color is also the very light blue, which I think is this one. Yeah, but red. And then the only other things that need to be changed on it would be the intensity, which right now goes from 0 to 5, but I'm going to say 15 to 5 with the shield vitality. And same with down here, the intensity was, now this should be tripled. Ooh, look at that. That shield looks like it's about to go down. That versus what it looks like normally, like it's super chill. I guess the last thing now would be these big old top pieces. Scarabs doesn't work, probably didn't know what I can do. Not off the top of my head, I'm afraid not. I'm not entirely sure what your issue is exactly, so it's kind of hard to give you any actually useful advice. I will do the rib parts. More or less the same thing here. Curve. Just got to do this a couple more times. I think there's only 2 materials left that we have to do this for. Shield vitality, blah, blah, blah. Very cool. You know, I feel like, I don't know if it's just like this particular day-to-day thing, but it seems like there's a lot of people who just aren't particularly interested in this whole Spire project, you know? The last few streams have been pretty quiet. Not a whole lot of people hanging out and... Why is that intensity of 1? Oh, because, yeah. Doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of people who want to, like, hang out or have particular interest in this project, so I'm genuinely curious. Oh, you know what, that might not be changeable. I guess I'll just leave that as it is. In Halo Wars, they use plasma rhinos to breach the Covey Dome shield. What if this had the same? Could use the Scarab or air gun to pound the shield to get through. I fuck with the Spire heavy. I was like, hell yeah, I appreciate that. I'm glad you like it. I just think it's so cool. I was low-key, I was just a little disappointed like yesterday and today. People have just not really had that much interest in it. The streams have been very quiet. I was surprised. I was like, I hope it's just like a random timing thing where like there's just less people around than usual, less interest in the project, but not to know. That's because you're doing things through never do in a million years. Hey, never say never. It could happen. Probably won't, but it could, and that's the important part. That's the middle color. So we'll take middle color, or I guess it's technically this, and then we do red, shield vitality. Whew, okay. Oh, right, one more, which is the overlay intensity, which is at 22 by default, and when it gets aggravated, it'll go to 66. Let's see if the dome works. Apparently just dropping on it's enough to do like a shit ton of damage. That's certainly a red dome. It definitely looks like it's taking a lot of damage. I need to put a collision model on the giant dome as well. That way I can actually like shoot it and see it taking active damage. How much health does this thing have underneath? Got 100 maximum vitality beneath the shields. And yet it instantly dies when I shoot it. Weird, honestly. The Spire spike thing's going crazy. It was funny though. Oh, you're talking about the fucking squid up here when this thing was freaking the hell out, dude. That low-key was pretty funny. It was so annoying though. Like, god damn, dude. That bugged the hell out of me. Listen to Skaboodly, please smell the roses. I swear I'm not trolling, but reach modding might do some numbers. Maybe. Maybe. Possibly. Possibly. God, it's hot in here, dude. I turned on the heater because it was getting a little chilly, but now it's just uncomfortable. Okay. So, we need to grab this Blender project right here. Hey, YouTuber analyst, thank you for the 2.
Break by gun emoji at it or else it's pointless.
No, I agree. I agree. I think I'll have to set it up so that the shield will generally be unaffected by like anything. I'll have it be like its own special region, and the shield will hopefully just act like it can be this big impenetrable barrier. I don't know. I'm debating, but thank you for the super chat. I'm not entirely sure how I want it to work. I like the idea that it could maybe take damage, but again, you're completely right. It does negate the entire point of this thing, which is kind of dumb. Of me, I mean. Okay, we have these collision objects down here. Not you. Maybe I just need to make my own collision object out of this. A Reach Ultimate Forge would be the greatest of peak. Well, that was what the original Ultimate Forge was. Okay, I'm gonna duplicate this, separate it out. This is gonna be my collision model. This is going to be called Dome. It's gonna have a material, also just called Dome. It's gonna have everything assigned to default Dome and nothing assigned to the other one. We're gonna merge everything by distance of 0.1 meters. We're gonna get rid of its custom split data, and this is what it looks like. Very beautiful, everything connected together. And hopefully, I'm gonna try to solidify this. Hopefully, it does not explode violently when I do so. So we'll generate a solidify modifier on top of everything else. About 0.7. 0.65. Okay, 0.65 seems pretty good. My only hope is that this does not cause the entire game to like violently explode, but I think it should be okay. Let's see what happens. And this one, what is this assigned to? It's outside top with this one on dome. Cool. So let's try at least to put this in the game. Mainly just want the collision model out of this. There's some super secret weapon like a max strike or beam specifically with the spire, and only weapon that can continue to run from the outside. I mean, that's doable. That's doable. I mean, that said, you did need to have the Spartans and Reach had to go through into the dome in order to take down the shield so that a frigate could do anything. But I hear you. I'm sure a Covenant beam weapon would probably do the trick. Objects, levels, multi-alpine sandbox, forge, spire, spire top. Wow, yeah, it's definitely working. It's just a very big and very complex dome. No errors, though. It was flawless. Hell fucking yeah. The main thing I want to do here is just make sure that the spire uses the correct collision bits. Is there a button for this or something that, like, updates? Yeah, whatever. I'll just add it manually. Duplicate, dome, damage section. I'm gonna add a damage section. It does vitality percentage 0.5. Damage to the section bypass the shields. Oh, interesting. I'll call this one Dome. And we'll give it a simple response where at 0 HP on this thing, the dome will be set to destroyed. And it will get deleted. I'm not entirely sure how this will work, but I'm going to give it a try. And we're going to give it the energy solid, energy shield thick, cov, G shield. Oh my. Okay. And this will be assigned to the dome. Theoretically, it worked. Let's see if my bullets will impact the shield. Ooh, it does. When it's doing damage. Oh, we took the shield down. Oh, I do need to make a destroyed version of the collision model, but okay. I was able to separate it into a separate region and damage the shield. That's pretty cool. That said, I don't think grenades will hurt it. Yeah, probably not. AoE damage is not going to do much against it. Still, very cool. Does Reach have a maximum number of forge objects? No, Reach can literally do fucking anything. That's what I loved about Reach. I could literally do whatever the hell I wanted in Forge, have as many things as I wanted, and it didn't matter. Okay, this hopefully will make it so the collision model for the dome will disappear. Wait, you got second at H? Oh yeah, 2024. I was about to say. I was like, I don't think you can go. And no surprise that I'm surprised you didn't win it first, to be honest, especially because of how cool your helmet is. All right, let's see here. There we go. The shield has vanished, and I can shoot through it. Good progress. I don't know if this is how I'm going to keep it, like I've been saying, but still, it's cool nonetheless. Hey, YouTuber analyst, thank you for the 2!
Not true. I reached the hash of item limit in Reach.
Really? I didn't know there was an item limit. What the hell? That's kind of sick. Thank you for the 3. What's the, Wait, did I just mix up two of my sentences? I feel like I did. What was the, Pause. What was the item limit? Genuinely curious. I figured it would have to be, like, up there. Like, really, really high up there. It'll be like a vehicle barrier. Right now, it doesn't block anything from coming in at all. Literally at all. And due to the limitations of the engine right now, it will simply block all projectiles. Even if I nuked this thing, I could probably... I don't know if this will do any damage, because it might just be purely AoE, but let's see. Oh my god, it just instantly shredded through all the HP. Holy fuck, dude. Woo! Damn. Well, there's one reason for me to separate the shield out into its own object. That's for damn sure. Good god, man. The shield's a separate object. I won't have to worry about that happening anymore. Shield will just have its own health pool completely separate from the entire tower inside. Because I don't think their shield depletion is permanent. And dome. If I do absorbs body damage, does that mean... This will still probably kill it, right? Okay, yeah, it does. Well, as much as I wanted to keep this a singular object, it looks like I really don't have any choice but to make the dome its own separate piece. I guess I'll just do that now. We'll save this to Spire Dome. And, I mean, this is actually pretty easy to do. All I'm going to end up doing here is... What's like a piece of physics I could keep here? You know what? Nothing. I'll delete everything except one random object in the physics. This one. I'll add in a tiny cube. I'll put it under the ground. And that's going to be the physics model. As for the render model, the only thing I want is the dome. So centerpiece can go. All of this can go. Lights, objects, plasma, ring, top. All gone. Leaving literally just the dome. The dome has its collision, it's got its tiny physics, it's got its render model, and it's got a bunch of markers that I also don't need. We have this marker here. I'm going to put it all the way down at 0. So that way it has something it can attach to correctly. And I'm going to name this Dome Center. Now theoretically, this is like a perfect dome object. So I'm going to go ahead and write this file out. This is going to be called Spire Dome, and I think it's pretty good. Should export instantly. I'm going to go back to the top. I'm going to delete the dome. Delete the dome collision, delete the dome model, and this will be the spire top from now on. They will be completely separate objects. Have you thought about making the shield balconies destructible? I have not. Not yet, anyway. Alright, let's take our new spire top here. We'll re-import the collision for it, which no longer has the giant dome. And now we're going to re-import the render model. And while that cooks for a minute, that'll give us the perfect opportunity to add ourselves a Spire Dome into here. Spire.collision damage. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, we have the Spire Dome, and in here, I'm just going to take the crate and model tags from this, throw it into here, rename these to Spire Dome. And we'll do pretty much the exact same thing in our data folder where we actually import our new items. Grab Spire Dome, it's got all 3 of these, lovely. And there we go. Now we're pretty much ready to import this in the game and hook everything up. So I say we do that. We'll do set a Spire top here, we'll import our dome. This is the big render model. Then we'll do the physics next, which there should not be any physics other than that tiny cube I put underground just so that it has a physics model and doesn't cause errors. And then the actually important part of this is the collision model, which also should not cause any issues. Now that I'm thinking about it, actually, there is not a marker all the way at the bottom of this thing. I gotta make one real quick. Duplicate. I'll call it Spire Center. Set its location to 0. Alright. I gotta do one more import of this big ol' spire top here. That way I can attach these things effectively. Yay! We were running into limit cost MCC a few years ago. Someone still just raised that amount of games. It's around 670-ish. Weird. It's 255 in Halo 3, which is a fairly normal number you'll run into in computing. 670-ish. Very odd. do the render for the spire top. And we're about to attach the new dome onto here. We should see, yeah, the dome is completely gone now. And all we need to do is take our new separate dome object and hook this whole bad boy up. Really appreciate Infinite giving me. Is it really 6,000 in Infinite? That's crazy. Infinite's nuts for that. That and object scripting and AI and everything. It's nuts. Material name, dome, damage section, dome, energy, thin, thick, cove, fuck, energy, shield, thick, cove. Okay, that will set kills object. No, I'll actually make it destroys object. Dome will be set to destroyed, will get deleted. I'm not even sure that's necessary because it gets killed. Alright, now, the moment of truth. Did I do it right? We're going to go into the giant spire top object, and I'm going to add an attachment. Add object. The parent marker is center top? What did I call it? Spire center. And I think it was dome center for this one. The child object is the dome. Oh boy, I don't see anything. Very cool, very cool. Well, let's try spawning in the dome. It's possible I broke it on accident. Oh, I know why it's not spawning it, actually. Because of the physics model, 100%. Yeah, this thing, default dome. That's a non-existent region that I needed to account for. Now it should be good. Physics on the dome. There we go, dude. We got the dome back. It's a completely separate object. That's awesome. Love your haunting series. Hope you're doing good. Thank you, Minecraft. I appreciate it. Still, it's been a long time, but I appreciate it very much. Alright, now we should be able to destroy the dome happily. And the spire remains completely unaffected. That's pretty cool. Look at that sniper. Now we can shoot the spire, take it out appropriately. Oh right, the spire still has shields. Ew! Ew! Spire top. We take shields. 0. Nothing. 0, 0, 0. Dome section. Delete. Maximum vitality 100. Now we can destroy the spire again, completely independently of its shields. And just in case somebody somehow destroys the spire before the shield goes down, which theoretically should not be possible, I am going to make it so when it destroys object, it also kills variant objects. Which should have happened anyway, but you never know. It would be nice if I could play that big dome effect where it like goes, but I suspect that's not really possible. I could do a cool shield down effect nonetheless. YouTuber analyst, thank you for the 2.
Any news on updated us his work?
I don't know, actually. Skaboodley's been cooking on some pretty cool stuff lately. I know just based on the stuff he's been typing in chat, he's been working on like damage states for some pretty nutty Halo Wars vehicles, but I haven't seen him post any screenshots. I think he's just kind of in the trenches right now, really working away at it. We need some kind of shield down effect. Maybe a fade. Unfortunately, I don't think I can get away with doing a fade here. I think it's going to have to be some kind of instantaneous effect. So if I go back to my actual dome, let's refresh here. I'm going to add an effect to the dome when it dies. I'm going to do the old effect, and I think I'm going to tweak it to the best of my abilities. But I don't think I'm going to be able to do like a dome down effect. Sadly. God, I wish I could do a fade effect. The best... Oh, wait. I have an idea. I do have an idea here. Alright, check this out. When this gets destroyed... I definitely should have kept the debris thing. Okay, let's do transition effect specific. We'll go to the Spire. I'm going to do the shield down effect. The downside here is the shield down effect I think was playing on the debris marker that I used to have. Yeah, it is. Okay, well, shoot. I had already lined everything up from before. Whatever. I'll just reline it up. I just have to move it. This is what happens. Actually, no. I have an idea. I'm going to make it happen. Flash creates an explosive flash and a light beam. Fuck it. I'm going to put the debris marker on this thing too. Hold on. I'm going to append from Spire Top BSP, object, debris. Take debris, put it into the markers category, parent it to this armature in pose mode, onto that bone, parent to that bone, keep its transform. Alright, now I can still use the same debris marker the other one had. It's in the identical position, and it makes my life a lot easier. And now, when this thing goes down, and I'm going to reduce its health so I don't have to sit there and poke at it for like 100 years just to get the HP down. But when it goes down, the old crappy effect will play, but I came up with an idea just now for a illusionary fade effect. So that's what happens right now. Corvette is unfortunately too big to fit on any map for actual use in any game modes. Yeah, I might actually remove the Corvette from the mod and add some other cooler stuff. Hey, maybe a Covenant Spire. But yeah, enjoy the Corvette while you can, because it's completely useless, frankly speaking. Alright, we have this blast radius dome that I added, and my thought is, what if I give it a reddish tint, and instead of it getting bigger, well, maybe I can have it go like a little bigger. I'll show you. I'll show you my idea here. This is an early test. It's pretty okay. It's kind of neat, maybe. It's something. It's, I wouldn't say good necessarily, but it is certainly there, and I am observing it with my eyes. Very low poly dome. It would be nice if I could get a better particle model size, and that was like, you know, actually like way less low poly than that, because that is insanely low poly, sadly. Can I do, how do I do particle models? Can I just add one of those? Tool. How do I do particle models? Is there a thing for that? Anyone know? I feel like I've done this once before, but I can't remember. Model animation? No. Would it be render, maybe? Is there like a render? Render accurate decorator's model over sky. I want to make an actual like shield particle model. I just don't know where it would go. Where would this be? If I could do my own particle models, I could do quite a bit of really fancy shit here, like, actually. Oh, man. Let me think about this. There's too many commands for me to just arbitrarily read through them. I'm gonna go search. Oh, wait. Who pinged me in supporter chat? What the fuck? I'm spamming Russian runes at me. Make a simple model, parent it to an armature, create a render collision physics model, make sure to add a material to all three, export to JMS, import to game of choice with 3 folders. The particle model goes off of your base map and out. Wait, what? You can just use any render model? Seriously? Hold on, guys. We might be about to do some really crazy shit here. I lied. It just uses particle model. Oh, I gotta keep reading this tutorial. Oh, import particle model. Is the command? Let me see. Import particle model. There it is! This is a JMI file. Okay. I'm gonna give this a go. I don't know what the limits for a particle model really is, but we're gonna give this a try and see what we can pull off here. We'll do Spire Dome Particle as this project here. We'll delete the markers. We have our very basic stuff here. It's got a physics model. Honestly, overly complicated collision model. Tries to quads. Let's try to simplify this very quickly. There's gotta be a better way to do this. Oh, dude, I said the line from the commercials, dude. There's gotta be a better way. Alright, there we go. Then we do select. Similar, no, select. Checker, deselect, what? Whatever. This is fine. And then... maybe it just works, dude. Maybe it just works. Jointed model instance. For Halo 3, no hidden geometry. Okay, let's see. I have no idea if this is going to work, to be honest. So Spire top. I'm just going to make a particles folder, and I'm going to call this Spire Dome. Spire Dome particle. Let's see, dude. I guess it's floating around in here somewhere. Spire Dome. Hello. There, the JMI. What's 1 kilobyte? Dude, yeah, right. What is that? Nah, that's... What even... Hello? Oh, it changed in... Okay, understood. Delete that. I got it. You guys ever want to know how to make your own particles? Here's how you do it. Doesn't always have to be a flat image. Let's try this out. We do tool, import, particle, model. It says JMI file, but apparently that's outdated, and it's how Halo 2 worked. In Halo 3, you can just actually use a full-on JMS. It worked! Holy shit! Dude, no way. Objects. If this works, dude, I'm about to change the game, bro. I don't know why I hadn't given thought to doing this. Okay, we're probably going to see something really weird happen here. And I suspect I'm going to have to change a whole lot. I'm scared. Wait, I saw something. Did you guys see that? Oh my god. The dome is real. It's right there. Hold up. We gotta change a couple things. One, it's not screen facing. It's a world particle model. And our world particle model is way the hell down there. It's got some funky stuff I'm gonna have to delete off of it. But it's there, dude. It sure fucking is there. Oh man, this is actually gonna be nuts. This is actually gonna be nuts. Let's do this particle. We don't want it to like be spawning underneath anything. We actually want it to be, I guess, right about here. I'll have to like, if it's spawning on debris, I'm not entirely sure how far underground I want that to be. Let's see. Let's try again. Okay, so a little bit lower than where it is now. What's up, guys? Nintaku. I have broken reality. I just found out that particle models can be like really complicated, and now I can do some seriously nutty shit. Oh my god, dude. This is like holograms in Gmod E2. Okay, my real question is how detailed can I get with the shaders here? Because we have this blast radius thing. Do I have any... Oh my god, I can give it translations. Okay, what if I take the beam and I translate it over a time period of 2 seconds from 1 to 0 over the lifespan? What happens then? Or actually kind of collapse the infinite spatial dimensions. Something like that. Okay, I'm not, is it animating? It's fading out. I might actually be able to do some nutty stuff similar to how the shield goes down in reach by using these particle models. Genuinely excited to see this. Sadly, it doesn't look like an anim... Oh, I didn't give it... No, 2 seconds, 1 to 0. Maybe it just doesn't have like a whole timing thing going on for it. I suppose at the end of the day, I could always do a particle animation. Alright, in any case, I need to move this thing down. So where it's at right now, it's supposed to spawn in right here. Let me break the shield one more time. Where is it spawning? It's spawning really high up, I think. Oh, wait, I can do some really easy math on this. Debris spawns on the Z. Needs to be lowered by what? 43.7? Minus 43.7 should be the perfect amount. That's what Blender says. Am I correct? Is my brain large enough to comprehend the differences between two maths? Pretty much. Boom. Dome flashes super bright. Expands a little bit. Alright, here's, whoops. Actually, I have a Substance Painter in the background. Poor PC. Hang on. Learn how to mod really badly. I was really curious, how should I go about it? I've already got a Soyuz and trying to figure out everything else. Well, you're already at a really, really good start there, in that case. I would say that if you're really trying to learn modding, it really just depends what kind of modding you want to do, right? Do you want to get insanely complicated, like what I'm doing here, where you go into 3D programs like Blender and you start modeling stuff? Or do you just want to, like, maybe set up your own missions where you can, like, spawn AI and stuff? I would say the second one I suggested there, the latter, would be the smarter move. I think you should start off. There's a YouTube channel called Frying Pan Productions who did some great tutorials on all the different aspects of this program here, Sapien, and like all the stuff you can do. And I would highly recommend you use those to get the hang of stuff. Learn how to like spawn in a little AI squad. Learn how to like maybe edit a weapon's projectiles, little simple things like that. Also depends what engine you're modding. Well, as long as they're not modding Halo 4, which, yeah, why would they be? Probably fine. Okay, our dome here should work. Halo 4 is the best game engine? No, that's not true. It's the most modern game engine. Big difference. Big difference. And you're bald? Except I'm not, though. See, that's the crazy part, is when I'm not bald. How am I bald when I'm not bald? Think about that, huh? Frying Pan Productions, gotta thank you, and you just wanted to mod Halo 3, not some Halo 4, maybe Reach. Yeah, I mean, once you get the hang of Halo 3, a lot of the stuff, especially in Reach, is very similar. There will inevitably be some differences, but I don't think it's going to be anything where you're, like, really out there struggling. It just depends on how, like, tech-savvy you are already. If you are, you'll have an easy time. If not, you'll definitely have some learning to do, but it's not that crazy. I think pretty much everybody who's passionate enough will kind of understand these kind of things pretty well. Where the fuck? Is it minus 43.7? I could have sworn it was different. Where's my debris? What was that? Chance of rain? No freaking way, dude. Heck yes. That is epic. Alright, where's my debris? The debris is 39.3. Wait, what? Huh! That can't be right. Hold on. Hold on. That's 39.3. Does that mean it was too low? Alright, we'll find out if I'm tripping. Still working on the half orb. Look what I did. I made a particle. I made my own custom 3D particle. By the way, I cannot express to you guys how disgusting it is that I have added a particle here. That might sound like it's not a big deal at all. It is a very big deal. I'm going to try this. I'm going to take both of these. I'm going to have them translate. I'm going to translate X really quickly because that might actually be what I'm looking for. We do a curve 1 to 0 over a time period of 2 seconds. Again, on this one too, translate X, curve. 1 to 0, 2 seconds. I don't know if this will work, but I sure hope it will. I don't think it did. Now that you have your own particles, can you make the activation pulse that starts from the top and leads to the ground like the OG cutscene? I sure can. In fact, you just gave me an idea. I could. So the problem here is mainly that the intensity. Oh my god, it goes from 32. Okay, how about like 8? I'm gonna do some experimentation with the color and intensity of this big shield thing. There definitely needs to be like a big swipe that goes down. The main issue that I see here that I don't like is that it's using an ugly base map, and I'm gonna try switching to something else, such as, I don't know if this will work, but let me see. Objects, bubbles. I'm gonna grab one of the textures that's actually already used by the Spire. I might be able to apply it to this particle. It should be under bitmaps, cov, no, dome. I think it's dome noise C. No, I think it's the dome noise C or dome grid detail. Yeah, that's not it. It's dome grid detail. There. And then we'll scale that like 32 times or something. Let's see how that looks real quick. Okay, 32 times is not going to be enough. We're going to have to do like 128 times. Times is not even going to be... What, is it even scaling anymore? 512 times. There might be a limit on how much it can scale. Oh, Zophie! Anything Samantha says about me is true. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. No worries. Why? Why? I can't tile this any further. No. What about dome noise B? Is this one that I can actually use? Oh wait, this one might actually be really good. Hold up. Maybe not. Maybe it's terrible. We'll see. Ooh, that one's not too bad. It's gonna need a much higher intensity to account for the much lower threshold for color. Let's try it. Ooh, cool. Like fades out. It goes like... Yeah, hear me out. I'm gonna do it this way because it helps my brain. Hear me out. What if it goes like 128 at the very beginning, then it immediately drops down to 64, and then that drops down to here. What's that gonna look like? I mean, it entirely depends. Ooh, that was kind of a nice animation. Maybe get rid of these annoying blue particles that keep getting spit out, but wasn't too bad. I keep underestimating how large this dome is. This is a good start. We definitely need the big swipe coming down as well, but it's not bad. I think what I'm going to do is just make it so that this, on another point here, kind of like curves down, and I can move these two in to let this bright part last just a little longer. Like that. See, that plus a big ring that goes like and swipes over it would be peak. How's it going? We're jingly keys. I don't have my keys with me. I can't do the jingle, 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 jingle. Listen, my stream is just a series of jingling keys. Except instead of literal keys, it's a bunch of Halo items and vehicles and objects and things. Oh, that's so cool, dude! The fact that I wasn't using particle models before is insane, dude. That is so much cleaner. Oh, why is the spire so short? Huh. I'll have you know that this is a full-scale spire. Look at this. Full scale. Now, I like this animation, but it definitely... What is that, like this? You need that big wave that comes out and goes... I think that's actually going to be extremely easy now that I'm really thinking about it, because okay, this is all happening on the actual dome object that I have here, which is completely separate from the spire itself. It's an animation playing like on the dome. So if I go to the dome, okay, I want to have a point at which the particle for the dome like swirly swirl comes down on. And I think for that, I'm going to create... Actually, I don't even think I need to do anything. I can just do debris with an offset. 39, let's just say 40 to 53, 39 to 53, 12, basically. It's an offset of positive 12 off of debris. In fact, I'm going to set that in numbers right now. Duplicate. What is it on right now? Spawning on debris. This minus 12. Minus 39 plus positive 12 is 27.3. Should be fine. Okay. And then I'm going to make a new particle. Blast radius dome. No. I'm going to create this be swipe dome. And this is going to be the part that goes down. Now we actually have to make the model for that, which I actually have a pretty simple idea for. There's a spire dome particle swipe. And the way I'm going to do it is, we don't even need collision models actually, so I can just like turn off the physics of collision after all. But the way I'm going to do it is, we're just going to have, well, I guess we'll have the dome inner and outer. There's no reason. No, I lied. Both of these are more or less the same, right? Yeah, pretty much. So I guess I'll just do this. My thought is, what if I just take the very bottom row right here, and I make this the ring that goes all the way down it, and then just scale it up and move it down at the rate correct enough for this to work. Feel like that should be easy. Also, we have this texture called Shield Down that I could theoretically slap onto here. Could work good. Would probably have to redo the UVs on this, but I could see it working. I'm going to grab that texture really quickly before I even export this out. Actually, no. I lied. I'm going to change the order. We're going to have this big old ring. This will be our swipe particle. We'll save it to JMS. This is blah, blah, blah. Spire Dome Particle Wipe. Spire Dome Particle. Spire Dome Wipe. Re-import it.
Imagine assault mode where you need to deliver a bomb on top of this thing.
Thank you for the tune, Ande! Yeah, that would be sick as fuck, actually. I would love to see that. And thank you for the first tip of the stream, dude. Had a lot of slow streams lately, so that too means a lot. Thank you so much. I want to have that be a possibility. Like, it's the main reason for making this in the first place, is like, this could be a really cool dynamic structure for like, pretty much any map. Which I really, really like the sound of. Let's make a cool ass wipe effect where this thing's gonna go down and it's go Exactly like that. Gonna make that exact sound. All right. Where is it? Is it under my Halo? Oh, I found it. Okay. I always forget where my older community mod tools are at when I open them like all the time. And the texture we're looking for is called Shield Down. Okay, so we're gonna go Shield Down right here. What? Why does it have like a grass alpha map? What the fuck is that? Why does it look like that? Ew. The fuck am I looking at? Why is it like that? It's definitely that texture, but like... Fucking ew. What the fuck is... That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't even look like that in game. Is that an engineer tech? I don't even know, dude. Whatever. I'm gonna save it out as is. There it is. I will take this. I gotta pop open Photoshop here. I'll take that. I'm gonna go to our Spire bitmaps. Throw this texture into there. I'm gonna have to tweak this texture so that it doesn't have fucking weird ass alpha map to it. Easy though. We go layer, mask from transparency, and delete that mask. Should be good now, except for whatever the fuck. Oh my god. There we go. Much better. So I'm just not even going to give it an alpha transparency thing. I'm going to let the particle handle the alpha. Save that. Tool, bitmaps, objects, levels. There we go. Multi, Alpine, Sandbox, Forge, Spire, bitmaps. Easy. Could it be a scrolling texture? This one, no. This one's not designed to be a scrolling texture because it has this black part on the top here. So realistically, what I'm going to end up doing is just... Actually, I should probably do it now. Grab this, make an alpha channel, throw that in there, call it a day. I can make it scroll to the side, but it's not like a repeating texture. It would look really good as a scrolling texture, though. I do like the idea of that. Sadly, this particular texture just wasn't designed. I could use a different texture for it, frankly, which would be pretty easy. Okay, anyway, swipe dome model here. We're going to switch the model at the bottom of the tag. It's going to use, instead of our main dome, it's going to use the wipe dome, like so. I'm not going to do the same intensity thingy that it had on the other one. Instead, I'm just going to give it like a pretty standard intensity, like so. The texture is not going to use the Cov Dome noise. It's instead going to use the one that we just imported, Shield Down. Oh, right. I forgot I got to do the UVs for this. What is that at? Percentage-wise, what would that be like? This gets split into a grid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. So it'll be 16.16. Right? No, I would want to tile it 16 times. I have no idea what this is going to look like, so we're just going to give it a go. So, like, theoretically, under the ground here, there's a dome particle. Like, not a dome particle, a swiping dome particle. Oh, I remember now. I remember how I have to do this. Right now, its position is... Theoretically, this is position 0. I need to move it all the way up to... here, which is going to be 55. I'm just going to spam this all the way up super high into the air, and then I'll just figure it out as it goes. It's red to show damage, yeah. I don't see the big thingy anywhere, though. Maybe it's the texture. Maybe it needs a... I'm gonna switch it back to the old texture. Do diffuse only. Where is it? Gotta be hiding here somewhere. I send it at positive 55 on the debris marker. And the model itself looks like this. I'm gonna give it a very bright texture. Yeah, that. Okay. Oh, there we go. Now I can actually see it. So I think I wanted it, was it like negative 12s? No, I'm just gonna do positive 12, see what happens. Yeah, positive 12 seems to be, I mean, it's roughly at the top. I would actually put it a little bit higher, personally. But okay, here's the idea, right? Here's the idea. This is going to move downwards, down the force field, over the length of this whole thing. And it's also going to get bigger. But the way in which it gets bigger is going to have to be set to a curve. So it's going to start at... It's going to end at 1, and it's going to start at like 0.1. And honestly, the curve just needs to like actually mimic the shape of the dome itself. So I'm going to try something like that as a start. And I'm going to have it so this thing gets to the bottom, which I think was like minus... Starting in turbulent is 12. System age, 0 to 1. I'm going to guess minus like 43 or something. Maybe like minus 34. Let's give it a go. Yo, Darksteel, thanks for the 3, man. Appreciate the tip very, very much.
Have
Thank you.
fun reading these words. Lamau anti-disestablishmentarianism.
Anti-disestablishmentarianism?
New mono ultramicroscopic silico volcanoconiosis. Pseudo hypoparathyroidism.
Pseudo hypoparathyroidism. I know anti-disestablishmentarianism. That one I've got. The others, not so much. Why's my ring all the way down there? What the heck, man? Okay, it's getting larger, which is cool. But why is it starting all the way the fuck down there? Isn't this how this is supposed to work? System age? Maybe it'd be particle age. I guess it would be particle age. Yeah, this one, like, first try. I'm just that good. Okay, let's see the ring. It's beginning. It's beginning its descent and its scale. Getting larger. It's not going downwards. What the fuck, man? What is the particle age anyway? Got like a 2-second lifespan. I guess I could just like move it downwards. I figured the translational offset would be better. I could just give it a particular velocity downwards as well. Got no physics, nothing to worry about. It's going at a velocity of like... No, because it would make more sense to do it this way. A particle age, 0 to 1, go from here to here. It seems pretty straightforward. You know what? I could always make it so the particles intensity stays pretty high. So that way, even when it's disappearing, I can still see it. Oh, you know what? I bet the scale is set to system ages. No, it's particle age. Huh. What? Yeah, it's I'm just gonna give it a velocity. Initial velocity of 5. Nah, fuck that. 20, 25? Yeah, 25. Let's see what happens. Oh. Oopsies. How do I reorient this thing again? Pitch 90. I should have it face straight down. That, but backwards. What? I don't know what its rotation is set to, so I'm just gonna try yaw instead of pitch. Oh! Okay, so that actually was working. Maybe it needs to be like minus 90 on both, because I am completely losing track, and at this point, I am just going to see what sticks. Okay, that one went that way. What about negative 90? Positive 90. I'm going to rip my eyeballs out. Oh, it went upwards. Holy shit. This is progress. This is progress. We're onto something here. First like, hello, hello, hello. It went down! Let's go! Oh wait, you know what? I actually have the scale backwards. I have it scaling really slowly at first. I have an inverse scale because I misunderstood. It actually should accelerate very quickly to full size. So the dome should be like an inverse dome shape. Alright, let's see. How does this look? Okay, a little too fast. Nande!
Your eyeballs.
What does that mean? What did you mean by that? I'm pretty sure I have them. I hope. God, I hope. Is there do I have like a valid, logical reason to remove my eyeballs? As if you shoot a single overcharge into the dome, the whole thing explodes and millions die. It's your fault. Everyone ends up blaming you. Alright, that looks cool. I wanted to switch the velocity to be a little lower. I'm thinking like 10 perhaps would be kind of sick. Thank you for the tips, I appreciate it, guys. Thanks so much. Boom. Okay, that looks terrible. Also, it's starting at the wrong place for some reason now. Not fully understanding that one. We're gonna watch again in slow-mo. Did in the previous version Ultimate Forge have a Halo Wars 2 Jackrabbit, or am I tripping? Yes, and it was Skaboodlies. Skaboodly Doodle, Mr. Skibbity Noodle himself. He made it. That was awesome.
Bro, all I see is graphs and lines and words. This
True.
isn't Halo 3 Guerrilla. Bungie don't know their animals.
And what if it were? Would that be so bad? Graphs are cool, man. Everybody knows graphs are cool, right? Right, guys? Guys? Graphs are cool, right? Guys? Look, I'm trying to change the shape of this to match the shape of this dome by matching the dome shape on the graph. Why is it spawning 14 miles? Oh, I know why. I had the wrong value the entire time. I'm gonna piss. Okay, that was also the wrong one. Try again, here we go. We're getting there. We're getting there. The fuck? What? Huh? I'm so confused. Positive? What, okay, if that's positive 55, does that mean negative 55 places it upwards? It does? Listen, guys, I'm learning particle stuff that goes beyond anything I've done before. You gotta let me have this one. The math on this is not easy, okay? Mateus, thanks for the fiver.
Don't piss. Especially don't piss on your cat like you seem to like to do.
I don't do that. That's alleged. Those are unconfirmed allegations that my cat was pissed on one time accidentally. We're close to something good. We're actually close to something good. That's sick. That's sick. I gotta lower it a little more. I think it's like 23 would probably be the better. That's actually almost good. It's still too high.
They need to update the tools.
Thank you for the...
Gorilla needs an option that you tick that says work good, and an option to not piss on feline.
Okay, that has never actually happened, and it has definitely never happened with Gorilla. Okay. You're just freaking lying now, okay? You know what? I'm starting to think you don't even know the mod tools. Oh, wait, look at that. It's actually kind of sick. Oh my god, the curve on that's like almost perfect. Holy shit, that's sick. I need to give it a good texture now, but that's really cool. Thank you for that tenor. And listen, if there was a work good box, I would be pressing it every goddamn day. This shield is so far away, I can't even shoot it. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, that's actually really fucking cool looking. I need to get a better texture for the big ring, but like... That's so fucking cool, dude! Hello? What the fuck? Are you kidding me? That's awesome. They're to blind me every time because it's a shield going down. That's what they do. They're bright. What I'm gonna keep doing, I'm gonna tweak it a little bit, and then we're gonna add a really cool texture to the ring, so it stops looking like a literal, like physical hard ring. Maybe lower the speed for it. Maybe. Maybe. Okay, it's still too big too early. Thinking faster? Honestly, faster is not even a bad idea. It is a little slow. I could double the velocity and half the lifespan. Let's see. Nah, it should be a little slow. I think it was kind of at like a good spot there. Or I guess I could do like 1.5 seconds with, so I can make it a little faster probably. Oh yeah, that felt a little better. Slightly faster works out pretty good for this. Alright, we do need to give it a nice like shader now. Because right now it has a weird ass texture to it. It's using, what is it using? Force field survival mask. I was really hoping that I could use the shield down material here. What does this look like when I use it? It basically becomes nothing. Very cool. Well, I think in order to make this actually work, I'm gonna have to redo the UVs for both of these. Not through anything crazy, to be honest. I just need to make it so that the entire ring takes up like the whole UV space. Try it like that. Hopefully that'll make it a little bit easier to work with. Particles, dome wipe, boom. Hey, I know that person. That's crazy. Wait, you're already an 18-month member, Craze. That is ridiculous. I said you're not bald, just balding. That's not true. We have no confirmation of that. Is it backwards? I think this might be backwards. Holy shit! Grace was gifted a 20, dude! Thank you! What the fuck? Are you serious? Jesus Christ, dude! Thank you very fucking much! Holy fuck! Thank you! Also, any of you guys just got gifted. Please. I mean it. Give your thanks to Craze. That's crazy. Fuck, I swear I don't do that on purpose. I swear to God I don't. It's in my vocabulary. It happens. Thank you though. Holy fuck, dude. It's been a slow couple of days. There goes that streak. Good God, man. Flashbacks. Yeah. You bought a 5090? God damn. I dream of that right now. Yeah, I think the shield going down like that's kind of fucking sick. I have an idea. You have a 5090? Dude, what the fuck? What are you even gonna use it for? That's so OP. Even if you bought like a 3090, you'd still be like acing every game on the market. Oh, you know what? I just realized I gotta do something here. Does not cast shadow, yes. Blah, blah, blah. Does not cause collision damage. Does not collide with the camera. There we go. See, that's cool. That looks like a shield going down. Now the Spire does deploy from a drop, causing a huge crater. Yeah, I guess that's why there's like the crater underneath it. I can't really walk on the underneath part of it right now very easily. Oh, due to that. Due to the lack of crater, I should say. What's up, big cheese? Dude, Zed, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. Look, 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 look. Hey, where's my... There. Check this out, check this out, check this out. That was so cool! Can I walk in here? Sing the Spire drop from orbit and rise up. That would be sick. I'm gonna go take a nap now. Have a great stream, man. Please like and subscribe. That's... Appreciate you. Enjoy your nap. Enjoy your nap, Craze. I really appreciate your insanity. Enjoy your nap and then play some shit worthy of that fucking 5090, dude. God damn. I think we could make the explosion on the actual Spire look better now. It's not bad, it like makes sense for the size, but it could be even cooler, theoretically. It's nice as hell and polished. I'm really happy you feel that way because I don't feel that way at all. I feel like there's so much that I need to tweak and make better. Oh, for one, making this stupid little shield thingy right here. All red and glowy. I fucks with the heavy. I appreciates that. I appreciates that. Why does the sniper do no damage against shields? Now you can do floors. Oh, Mateus, thank you for that too. You're so right.
Now you can do floors.
Listen, I did all the floor. In fairness, okay, I did most of the floors already. Most of them are done and accounted for. It's pretty much just walls that I haven't done. Floors, that was easy. Done, easy. Floors, done. I technically do need to do the outside floors still, but the inside floors are good. It sounds like physical post. I appreciate that. I'm definitely focusing way more than I should be right now on the destruction effects, but it's cool, so like, fuck it. Oh, oh, we're good. That was a feature. Talking about the shield floors when I was setting the tip. Oh yeah, I'm gonna make them red. I'm gonna make them red. It's actually very easy to do so. I just need to make a little shader for it super quickly. Take the shield down.
Any plans for a UNSC structure that can be used for a similar role?
Thank you for the 420 game.
Something like the Halo Wars base or even another structure from one of the campaigns if possible.
I don't know. I don't know. I would like to do something like that. I frankly... I genuinely do not know. There should be a UNSC type base like this, but I just can't think of any. This was easy to do because it already existed in a Halo Reach level. All I had to do was like, well, a lot actually, but it was relatively easy compared to like making something from scratch. This doesn't do any damage to shields. And I don't think nades would either. It's completely resistant to explosions, so that's interesting. I wonder if this would block a nuke. Maybe physics. Would this block a nuke, you think? You know, I think there could be even more interesting effects going on with the shield. What do you guys think? Like, obviously, it looks pretty cool as is, where the shield, like, you know, it gets really red and angry and then it breaks. But I feel like we could do even more than that. Like there could be like a big burst or something, you know? Like just this. I mean, there kind of is a burst, isn't there? Maybe I was thinking like electricity or something. I don't know. The shield EMP? Not currently. Though I could make having the shield go down EMP. Yeah, do you want to see FOB around the maps? But yeah, I mean, a little FOB would be cool. There definitely needs to be a sound, though. What even would be a valid sound for this? Maybe like a gigantic plasma explosion? He's done next to run a GTA character. You have a GTA character? I didn't even know that. Lore drop, dude. Just casually dropping that like it's nothing. Wait, it's actually fucking dope. Dude, this guy's creepy as hell. I think I do like him better. Discord shows like a preview where the transparent areas are actually like black. I think that looks sick. But I like the design you did. The, like very Cascuda! Thank you for becoming a member again. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. You know, he looks sick, dude. The shading goes a long way. Your hatch shading style, which like I know is so painful for you, just looks clean as hell though. That bro's cool as sick. Sick as fuck. Cool as stroking out. Was the carrier on another planet and teleported there? Was it always up in the sky and no one looked up? I have no clue. That's a good question. Can we reach also the Spire power down sound? Let me check the cutscene. Let's see. I wasn't really listening to the sounds during it, but if it does, I can probably get it. Pause the music. Crank up the sound. It does. It sure does. We could get that sound right now. I'm gonna steal it. Yeah! You don't have to show it, but I sent you a screenshot. I will check in one moment. I just got newfound excitement. This should be part of a Foley sound, and I should be able to yoink this. Sound cinematics, M35. I think it would be under Black Ship here. I'm gonna say M35 Black Ship Foley FR1. How long is this? 73 seconds? This is it. M35, it's called Black Ship. Alright, check this out, then. Check this out. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go into my ancient Halo Reach modding folder. I'm gonna go to my sound injection folder where I have a program called Fubar 2000. Using this incredible program, I'm going to open up a file on my PC in my Halo Reach folder right here. Grab this maps folder. We're gonna go into a special folder here known as fmod. We're gonna find the sound effects. And in here we're gonna search for it. Like a super pitched down and slowed down energy sword? A little bit, yeah. It's definitely a sound I've heard before, like modulated. I forget what it was though. It sounds very familiar though. We're gonna search now for Black Ship. Here it is. Black Ship Foley. It's all the sound effects from that cutscene, minus dialogue. That was it. That's the sound right there. That's it. Wait, what about this? That, I didn't know it was going to be its own separate sound, but tell me I'm wrong. That is the sound of the shield powering down. That's it. Okay, there's the sound. I don't even have to rip it out of the Foley myself. We can literally just extract it. How convenient. Fmod PC. Spire. Shield down. Do I get the regular button sound? I think that on its own is already very good. So yeah, let's go ahead and grab the sound from my Halo folder. Halo, the Master Chief Collection. Master Chief Collection, Reach, Fmod PC, and then we have it under the Spire folder. I do sadly have to close down Halo 3 very quickly here, but that's just so I can import the sounds, which will be tool, sound, single. I'm gonna do sounds, I'll find a folder for it. But yeah. Data, sound, and I'll say levels, Alpine Sandbox, Spire. Throw this in here. I'll call it Spire Shield Down. Sound, levels, Alpine Sandbox, Spire Shield Down dot wave. It'll be a vehicle animation, and we'll put it in its own sound bank called Spire 01. File is not a sound. Sound, levels, Alpine Sandbox, Spire. Oh. There we go. Now we start opening everything back up. We got our sound affected. Easy. Oh, I should have made it a notepad, actually. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, when the shield goes down, the shield down effect is going to get a brand new sound effect. Can you believe it? The map Highlands from Reach has several large UNSC structures you could use for a mirror to the spire. Proof. Do you have proof of this? I don't know if I believe you. I mean, I do, because I've played on Highlands many times, but, like, how do I know you're telling the truth? Why is there a double screen shake? Alright, yeah, we'll add this on debris. We're going to add this sound right here. Tags, sound, levels, Alpine Sandbox, Spire, shield. Now that we have it in, and it'll actually play the sound, all I have to do is set the maximum distance to like 500, minimum distance to like 150, and it's just going to be really fucking loud. I think right now it's really quiet, so I'm going to fix that by adding a permanent 8 decibel gain modifier on it. And let's find out if I overtuned it or undertuned it. That was a really, really long delay on that. Also very quiet. I see. I think I'm going to have to edit that sound a little bit. Stare at that for a second. I'm going to grab this shield sound and tweak the fuck out of it. Wait, what? There's nothing wrong with it. Why is it? I guess my effect is delayed. Duration bound, Spire shield down. Does not play. They do run in parallel. I'm just going to put it here. Try again. Oh, it's because the sound doesn't travel instantaneously, that's why. I will use huge sound transmission, instant sound propagation. Now we should be good. Fuck. Let's try it again. Oh, you thanked Craze? I think Craze is already in bed, but I'm sure they'd appreciate it were they here. I set it to have instant sound propagation, and it's stopped working entirely. Bitch, what the fuck? I'm gonna restart, and I'm gonna re-import this as a no-pad style of sound instead of a vehicle animation. Hold on. No_pad. Okay, it is now updated. I am now opening everything up. And let's see here. Shield down sound. Set to a vehicle animation. No. Set to no-pad. Instant sound propagation. Got its distances. It's got 16 decibels, so it's supposed to be like insanely loud. would love to know why it's so quiet. Trying to spawn in vehicles and objects. I want to go to campaign missions, goof around. Hell yeah, that's the best. You can download some of my vehicles and objects. I don't know which ones I have on, by heart on my GitHub, but you're definitely welcome to use them. Okay, that's cool. I really like the sound, but also it's so fucking quiet. Was my volume just set really low? I mean, that's pretty cool. Maybe coming in alarm might be fitting if the dome got disabled for a bit. Yeah, that'd be cool. The dome is permanently disabled. This thing does not come. Well, actually, I guess I could have it come back. It's one of the Gigantus to shoot. If you mean the Mega Mantis, yes. Okay, my question to you guys is this. Now that I have the dome basically destructible with a cool like shutdown effect and sound, do I continue to add more to the effect? Because right now there's like a big burst of like bluish air that comes out. Which is kind of cool. A little bit unnecessary, frankly, but it's kind of left over there. And honestly, I like it. I'll never stop calling it by its superior name. Gigantus, the fire monster. Oh. Yeah, the air might be a bit much. I think the air should be lower to the ground. I mean, it was technically the air is not on purpose. I just kind of had it there from when I was working on the effect earlier. No, there's only one way to know if I like it or not. And that is to go into the fly cam and fly really far away. Yo, Demon! Thank you for the 2, man! Thank you, thank you. You said I sent some stuff. The drawing is safe for work for now.
Stuff. The drawing is SFW for now.
For now, keyword. Okay, give me 1 sec. I'm gonna look at this, then I'll check it out. So how much does it take to break the shield? I haven't decided yet. Right now I have it really low so that it's easy. So for the purposes of testing, I don't lose my mind. Okay. Pretty far away here. Let's see. How does the effect look? Oh my god, wait, it's so high in the air. Whoever said lower to the ground is absolutely right. Why does it spawn and so high in the air? What the fuck? Oh, I crushed the game. It's over for me. This is it. What the? Demon, I don't want to see any more than that. I don't want to see any more than that. Damon, please. Damon! Look at the screenshot of your GTA character. Oh. Yeah, I'm good. No more. Oh, wait. Maybe. Maybe. You coward, not on stream. I'm not looking at it on stream. Oh. You meant the inverse of that. Oh, no. Hold on, game speed 0.1. Where's the smoky smoke? It's still spawning all the way up. Hang on, hang on. I want to see. There's not much to see. It's literally just a very basic outline of a character. Okay, this one actually works correctly. God damn it. Hang on, gamers. Hold your horses, gamers. Hang on there. Want my cool dust particles to appear correctly. Like a big fog washes over everything when it goes down. I think that's kind of cool. It's almost like all the air inside is like released. It's a big balloon popping. What if anyone's close to the bottom of the spire is repelled when it blows back up? You'll just fall and it will crush you. We can test it right now. Here. What happens? Oh shit! Oh fuck! Shit! Shit! I think it's more fun to be on top of it when it falls, personally, but that was also pretty cool. Oh fuck! I died instantly. Check the MI added Halo ring. Ain't no way. I think I know it. Ooh. Wait, where did you get those textures from? Wait, that's nice. That's very nice. Man, why didn't Halo 4 normally look like this, dude? Look what... Why didn't Halo 4 just normally look like this? Look at that. Classic assets, plus beautiful trees and terrain. And it's literally just Halo 3 and Halo 4's engine, and I love it. I love it so much. The ring in the skybox. That... Oh, and the subtle, very subtle god rays that really just complement everything rather than overwhelming it. Ah! Ah! It's so tasteful! I love it! God damn good work. Are we gonna go back to Halo 4? Sorry, I think you might have gotten my voicemail. Nice. Nice. Man, I'm gonna go take a quick stand up and don't be sitting in my chair break. I'll be right back. It's time for me to eat this Milano, dude. Milano slaps so hard. I love these things. You try adding debris to the doorways. Block them after the tower collapses, maybe even hide the pieces spawning. It's a good idea. 20 gifted? I know, craze is wild. That's the word, that's the adjective I'm gonna use there. Wild. It's a close one, it was a close call, alright? You know what I'm gonna do now, actually, is, it does bother me that when this thing collapses, the little shield bit still doesn't turn red. I know, there are certain individuals in this chat who would very much like to see me make it so that the blue energy is either turned off or goes to, like, a faded red. God damn it, Alan! I should call you Wrench, frankly. Calling you Alan just feels weird. Alright, Spire. Here's what I'm gonna do. We gotta make a new shader for this thingy. Actually, where is... Oh, it's my data folder, that's why. We're gonna make a new shader. Right now it uses... I forget the name of it. It's like something Halo. It ends in the word Halo. It's at the top here somewhere. I just sat down and now I have to pee. I hate my body, dude. Why? Here, Spire Top Halo. Spire Top Halo. Destroyed. And then check this shit out, dude. Check this frickin' stuff out right here. We go to the... Say this. We go to the Spire Top. We grab this part right here. Spire Top Halo. Switch it to Spire Top Halo. Actually, I'm gonna make a new material for this so we can keep the old one. Spire Top Halo. Destroyed. We'll make that new material. Select all that. Put it on this. And we export it into the game. The piss meter is going up. It is. It is. Now we're just going to render Spire Top. Bring that into the game. And while we're here, this is going to stay blue, obviously, because that's part of the Spire. Oh, wait. I fucked up. I fucked up. I have fucked up now. I did the wrong one. I did the wrong one. My bad. My bad. There's no time. I will hold my piss. I will hold it. I am brave. I do not fear the piss. So this was the wrong one. My bad. I'm gonna re-import it with the not broken one now. And the actual one that I wanted to test it on was not Spire Top, but the garbage piece that falls when this thing actually dies. So that would be not Spire Top, but it would instead be... Where's garbage 01? Bottom 2, bottom 3. I think it's dead base dot blend. Yeah, this is the right one. So this one is the piece that falls, and therefore is the piece that should be able to be destroyed. We'll select the entire ring here, put it to our new destroyed material, which will basically be a flickering plasma-y version, hopefully. Dead base. Garbage 01. Oh, undo. Garbage 01. Put that in there, and then we'll import it into the game as Spire Top Garbage 01. Cool. Now in order to make it actually look different, we got to change the colors to a very tasteful red. I don't know if I can make it flicker. There's a weird thing that with intensity you can't seem to animate it. Oh, you definitely should be able to animate it. Maybe I can just make the color animated instead. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But the point is, it's going to look cool. So let's spawn in our dead ground object here, the garbage 01. We're gonna let it calm down real quick. It's very excited when it spawns in, lots of fire and smoke. God damn it. This time it'll calm down again. Just give it a second. It'll chill out. Can't see all the blue energy through the smoke. But in any case, this is the shader that it uses right now. So first thing I'm going to do is just switch all of these to the color red. That's pretty straightforward and valid, honestly. All red. And this one, all red. Now when we look at it, well, I mean, it's certainly red, but it's too bright. Obviously, if this thing is collapsing, it should not be insanely bright. One thing I'm going to try, and hope it works, doubt it though, is make a periodic function that has like a noise to it. Yeah, that does not work. Probably not for, maybe for the color. Maybe we can do the overlay tint to be periodic with a noise. Okay, the color works. I guess I just can't do it with intensity, but if I can do it with color, then, you know, screw it, that works. I'm just gonna do that for all of them, frankly. Periodic. Do noise, and I'll set the frequency to like random numbers for each of these, so they're all kind of offset. And yeah, this adds just a very nice noise variance to everything. Time period 5 seconds. Time period 4 seconds. Time period 6 seconds. And then the last one down here, time period is, we'll do also 5 seconds. Okay, one of those was not correct. I think, was it the overlay tint? No. Ah, yeah, it was that one. There we go. That's kind of cool. That does not look half bad. So the tower's collapsing with the power be off, so no light walkway. Get your fancy math and science out of here. Oh. If it's red and flickering, then you know it's broken. It looks even more broken. Listen, honestly, the only reason I don't want it to turn off completely is because if I did it, then I would probably want those pieces to fall off. If it's at least a little bit solid, it makes some kind of sense that it's all one giant piece. I just don't want to spawn in any more garbage chunks. They're really expensive. Who shoot it at the Covey Jenga Tower? My bad. You want to know? Let's get a crazy ass sense of scale here. I'm gonna spawn in a regular old Covenant Banshee over here. Definitely don't have one in the game. Let's spawn in a Banshee. Just standard Halo 3 Banshee, nothing special. I want to get a real, authentic, vanilla sense of scale for this thing. That's kind of wild. Excuse me. Bruh. I think we should spawn another one. But over here in the dark. I want to see in the dark. Also, I'm going to increase the health on the shield just a little bit. I know I have it really low for testing reasons, but like, it'd be nice if it could last and take a couple more hits, especially if I'm going to be flying a Banshee at it. Nope. Take my Banshee from over here. And the way I have it set up right now, I do need to make a crate object for the bottom piece, but for now we spawn in ourselves a little spire bottom right there as a scenery object, and then the crate of the spire top right here, which should have a dome attached to it. I'm not seeing it, but it should have one. And then the actual height of it is fairly low, like that. Oh, not that low. Do we get a dome if I refresh? We do! Let's go. Yeah, that's pretty cool to see off in the distance. I feel like the Spire, as far as this map here, Extinction, goes, the Spire should 100% be a part of this. Like, it's such a massive map that having the Spire would really section off the map a little bit. I'm going to trigger events in campaign missions to run, like, doors opening in the cave on outskirts. Oh, if you want that to happen in the editor, what you do, it's kind of hard to see. Let me turn my webcam off so you can see. Go to the top of Sapien. There should be a button right where my mouse is called Scenario. Right below that, click Run Game Scripts. That is kind of tricky because sometimes that just straight up won't work, but it might. Oh, that was a close one. Well, I need to know, hell yeah. I wish you the best of luck. Sometimes getting scripts to run in there is tricky. Yeah, maybe I ought to make that dust a little less dense. That will never not be satisfying, though. That's so sick. I gotta go take out the other one now. If the ODST version flies better, wouldn't it make more sense to just swap it over the vanilla Banshee since they're otherwise identical? It depends. The ODST one is actually really overpowered for multiplayer. The regular Halo 3 Banshee is balanced for multiplayer because you can't just like sit in the air in the exact same spot and fire endlessly. But with the ODST one you can, which would be really horrible in a multiplayer game. Second explosion would make it more satisfying. I mean, I hard agree with that. I just don't really have a good way to do that. I've tried to think of a decent way to make that work, but frankly I just haven't had any luck. If it just dropped and then exploded. Because the way that I would want to trigger it's right, like through collision, but that thing will hit one of the other spires on the way down way before that. Which is kind of tricky. So I'm not sure what the winning move there is. Thread the needle, thread the needle. Ah. There's debris here. Damn it. The place is busted. Trigger volume? I mean, I could do it. Look, to tell you the truth, I could do it super easily if I was going to script all this. My hope, though, and the reason I've been designing this in such a way that it uses, like, basic shields and things, is there a reason that dome spawns, but this one doesn't? Very clearly only spawning in one. Look. Huh? What if I delete this one and place a new one? This makes no sense. Need to make sure this isn't like an actual bug. Why does it only let me have one enormous dome at a time? Hello? I don't understand. What? Not a pathfinding obstacle. Does not cause collision damage. Does not collide with camera. 140 meters. Default model variant. Default. What if I just delete that? Maybe that's like a thing that's happening. No. Spirosol looks like it could be fun. I think it would be a lot of fun, frankly. I would love to have a map that's specifically built around it. Spire Dome, Dome Center, creates the Spire Dome crate, which I already have open. Uh-huh. Right. Maybe it's just a sapien bug. That is immensely satisfying. I can't get over how cool that is. I do love how much of the spire... Big brain, dude. What if on this map, if you wanted to get through here, you had to go through both of the spires? They would act like really, really good, like choke points. I think that would be fucking hella good choke points. Gotta hop out for tonight? Well, thanks for being here, Xeno Reaper. Appreciate having you. I'll be live again tomorrow, alright? So, you know, if you're like, no, please, anything but missing a rejected shotgun stream, which, by the way, totally understandable reaction, I will be here. I will be here. Okay, roughly line that up. You know, honestly, that's fine. Both sides? Both sides. I think having both sides having like this really cool spire here would just go stupidly hard. One big spire there. And maybe if I refresh? Fuck. Why does it only want to spawn in one at a time? That's so annoying. The giant dome is the entire appeal of the spire. Like, what the fuck, man? Give me my cool dome. What the fuck? Give me my cool dome! Imagine the spire spins like a helicopter. Well, it was starting to do that yesterday. It was not supposed to, but it did. What if I reset Sapien? Maybe it's just like a bug. Could the ship not be moved backwards a bit? You're talking about the the Covey ship? Yeah, I mean, that's just part of the map. I can do whatever I want with that. I mean, and not right now. I would have to like manually go in and like edit the cliffs and stuff to, you know, accommodate for such a big ship. And I've already carved the cliffs to allow the ship to even be in that spot. What the fuck, man? What is happening, dude? There's got to be something here. Spire top, crate model. Variants, default, spire top crate, default variant, default. Correct, all correct, all correct. Object attachment, child variant name. Let's see, does this thing have any variants? Looking here, there's no default variant. Does it have variants? You know what, I'm gonna give it one. I'm gonna call it default. I'm gonna add a region called dome, and I'm gonna give it a permutation called default with a chance of spawning of 1. Oh, that actually fixed it. Nice. The map looks like it'll be so much fun. I feel like it'll be pretty fun. It's a very pretty map. I see a spire over there. What I like on my pizza, as much as I can get on it. Throw on some red peppers, regular pepperonis, a couple different types of cheese, hell of a lot of Parmesan. Give me some, like, some olive oil, some barbecue sauce. When I go to Blaze Pizza, if any of you guys ever been there, dude, I get everything on my pizza. This would make a fun campaign mission, honestly. These bullets do nothing to the shield. Oh my god. Interesting. Very interesting. Oh my god, the radius. Oh, because it doesn't have a dome anymore. I could turn the dome's actual, like the top bit, way smaller. Hell yeah. About like 90. Oh, I can go even smaller? 70. Go even smaller? It's probably about as small as I can go. Sick, though. That's fucking sick. Never mind. Still fucking murdered it. Easy, dude. Pizza with everything? Yeah, except for, like, olives and mushrooms, dude. I really, I dislike olives and mushrooms on pizza. I do not want that. Do not give me that shit. Everything else, though, I'm good. That's awesome. Throw it on. Alright, my super speedy warthog. I'm on my way. Hyper speed warthog, dude. I'm going crazy. That was sick, dude. What are the shield drops before destroying the spire? The shield will just disappear as the spire blows up. I'm emulating a little assault on the spire right now to see. I got a super speedy warthog. This definitely makes it feel like a giant battlefield, having like a whole ass spire here. Really, really cool. Like simulating, right? You come up in here, you're like, oh, okay, I gotta fuck this shit up. I gotta go up the grav lift. I gotta take some people out. They don't even know I'm coming up here right now. I want to have a reason for there to be people up here. So that way people can like defend it. Maybe like a hill. Just a regular old King of the Hill point here would just be all it takes. Anyway, you're up here, you're like, alright, time to disable the shields. Maybe I should have a thing where like there's periodically EMP stuff around it. Like, alright, shields down. Gotta let people through, time to nuke this thing and get the hell out of here. We'll definitely have to have a core that's like only able to be broken. Super easy for that. Especially protected by an AA turret, true. I only have one AA turret all the way over here protecting it. Speaking of which, now I can actually shoot the shields down. Hopefully without instantly blowing this thing up. Nope. Still insta-killed. Maybe it's because it's a child object. Is there a thing on the dome that says does not pass damage to children? I guess it wouldn't anyway. The spire top should do passes area damage to children. Guess it did too much damage. It still broke right through. Absorbs damage, that seems that way. Oh wait, that's Corbin! He's here! Oh. This thing just takes all AoE damage from everywhere forever. Well, I guess since it's gonna have a core eventually, it won't matter. Please fly around the Hornet. You want to see the Hornet through here? I guess so. I guess I could. I like never spawn in the Hornet. I can't remember the last time I actually flew the Hornet. Too many Pelicans being a directly superior vehicle. Holy fuck! Drunk Frodo with the nuke! He just nuked us! Thank you so damn much! What the hell, man? Thank you, thank you! What? Smile. Thank you for the insane generosity. I really appreciate it, Drunk Frodo. What the hell, man? That's sick. Thank you so much, dude. Thank you, thank you. I hope you like, Covenant Spires, I suppose. I smile back at you. I gotta get to the other spire. It's so far away, but I see it over there. Kill for an Elite versus Humans mode in 3? Yeah, that would go hard. That would go stupid hard. Bullets aren't reaching yet. I'm almost there, though. I'm almost there. I hope you're having a good one, Drunk Frodo. It's been a minute. I mean, it hasn't been that long, but, you know. It would be really nice if I could find a way to get EMP'd upon entering this, just have the vehicle crash to the ground. If I could just periodically EMP vehicles exclusively and not, like, do shield damage, that would be awesome. It should be theoretically possible. Wait a minute. I might actually be able to do this. The trouble is, okay, here's the trouble, right? Let's say that you were doing an elites versus humans mode or like red team versus blue team mode. Blue team still would not be able to fly. Like, the friendly team to this would still take damage from the EMP. Am I interested in adding the pylon? That's the stealth thingy, right? I could. Honestly, I don't really have a huge use for it, but I could. Did you make? Oh, true. I did make it in Reach, which I hopefully did a good job. Doubt I did, but maybe it's possible I did a good job on that physics model. Maybe. Shout out these structures, by the way. These are made by JS. He did such a fucking good job on these. These are so cool. I love it. A pylon could be a cool thing that disables radars or red reticle for vehicles in the area. Unfortunately, I don't have too much control over what can be done with it. The best thing I could do is a gigantic damage sphere that's like roughly the radius of this thing, probably a little bigger, because it's not actually like a perfect sphere. And then that would like cause EMP damage or something. The trouble is I can't do Covenant vehicles only, right? Like, I mean, theoretically, I could have it for this map in particular, like, only human vehicles get EMP'd. Right? That would be doable. You make the pylon have a cloaking effect? Sadly not. I wish, that would be cool. But cloaking is power-up only type thing. Well, you can technically force enable it, but only permanently on off. Mateus, thanks for the 2, man. I really appreciate it.
Nerd, I responded to you in supporter.
Oh yeah? Did you really, dude? Did you freaking really? Let me see this shit, dude. Uh-oh, looks like this person has been infected with shit idiot brain fungus. Hold on, I have a really good response to this, but I have it on my phone. Checkmate. You just make it a shield door? What do you mean? What does this... What does this mean? What is special about a shield door that could be... Like a snowbound or bubble shield? I mean... It is basically a bubble shield right now, the way that it works. It is an effective bubble. Like, you can't shoot in or out of it. So technically, this is a giant bubble shield. So no bullets or anything will ever travel through it. It is as much a bubble that separates itself and everything within from the environment as a bubble shield is. Which is mildly inconvenient if you're trying to get through here. But you could also just fly over it, so there's that too. I suppose I could have like a little pylon around that like EMPs vehicles regularly. You could try not being... Well, thanks, Beer McDrinky. Very cool. That was really good. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. Me personally, I like that. Alright, I'm gonna go cry really hard. Be right back. I had a great idea. I had a great idea. I'm gonna make a little platform with... Not a platform. A little, like... thing right here, kind of like in Reach Campaign. There's gonna be a big blue light on it, and to activate it, you have to melee it. And that will instantly activate this entire thing to have an alarm. It'll go into overload, and then it'll explode. I think that's just the move. I want to give that a try. I think I still have the, all the rest of it in here, including, hopefully... Yeah, this thingy, with the hologram on it. I could theoretically just add like a big blue thing here, a little collision blorb, and then, and ideally that would just work. Let me give it a try. We have a temporary collision model that encompasses this entire thing. Yeah, I think this will work. If I delete this whole bit here, let me save this to here, make a backup. Not going to worry about doing like a gigantic collision thing that's like super accurate right now. I'll do that with the physics model later when I add the walls and stuff. But I'm thinking I take this, all these little bits here, join them together. I will call it like ZZZ console. I'll add it to like interior 01, I think is a region, hopefully. And I'm going to parent that to main armature. Is interior 01? Yeah, it is. Okay. So yeah, I'll put the little console in there. We are going to need a couple new shaders. I think just these two. I don't know if the blue orb conveys a lot to the user as opposed to an additional button. I mean, unfortunately, I can't really do a button for this. It has to be something that you damage. Maybe we can make it like a flickering red button. You can shoot it, you can melee it. Basically anything that's not like a giant explosion will kill it. I think that would work pretty good. I'm gonna do a little cube right here. Separate that out. Make sure its rotation is applied. I'll do like a little... Was it 55 degrees? Yeah. 55 degree thingy. Because I'm feeling brave, I'm even going to make this into kind of a cylinder thingy. Like that. I'll make it kind of big so that you can hit it pretty easily just by coming up here. Basically, if you melee this whole thing, anything on it, shoot it, etc., it will detonate this whole damn thing. I'm also gonna push this backwards a little bit so you don't accidentally like miss. But yeah, and I'll give it the energy material like that. No, I gotta give it its own new material actually. This is gonna be called switch, and that way I can tie this switch, this unique switch material here to the region that will instantly kill this thing, basically. If you're inside of it, will it still damage it? It will not. That's why I'm gonna make it kind of into the console a little bit. So that should work, right? And then I just need to make sure I get these midship hollow base thingies, which I presume are going to be in the midship level in multiplayer here. Levels multi. Is it a DLC map? Midship, isn't midship a default map? Sword Slayer, Settlement Island, Aft Ship, Ivory Tower, Boneyard. Where's M45? I'm just gonna search for it really quickly. It's called... Shader was called Midship Base Hollow. We'll find it. There it is. Tags, levels, DLC, midship shaders. Tags, levels. Oh, there is a DLC folder. I was just blind to it. Midship base hollow A red. And midship base hollow B red. Cov center console. Hollow template red. Cool. Okay, yeah. This is gonna be sick. It was supposed to have scan lines, apparently, but those just didn't work, I guess. Well, let's go get those textures, then. Oh, dude, the 3-hour mark. On the dot today, we get the Halo Wars music. Opening up Reclaimer here. We'll reach maps. We want M35, which has our lovely spire. Awesome. And the textures that we're looking for are Cov Center Console and Hollow Template. I don't think these are required, but for the sake of being good, I'm going to add them. Then we also have Midship, so Cov Center Console and Hollow Template. Here. Awesome. Alright, and when I save it, I want to grab that directory so I can copy and paste. Yeah, Cov Center Console red and Hollow Template red. Literally just need 2, which is super convenient. Throw these into here. And then, as far as getting the shaders, you can just grab pretty much any shader halogram right here, copy, paste. It was called Midship Base Hollow A Red. Midship Base Hollow A Red. And then it was Hollow B Red. I think that's everything I'm going to need. Hide everything else. Let's throw it in the game. Spire top. Go back here. Wait for Spire top 2 folder to generate. Lowers music at 3 AM is crazy. I mean, we're 3 hours in, so there's that. Oh, did I turn off the physics model? Ah, whatever. It's fine. I'm only importing the render anyway. Yeah, we'll take the render, throw it in there. Delete the old one. I'm going to do it for all of these because we're now on a new version. And then we need to just render out the Spire top. Don't think we're missing any materials, so that's good. But now we can actually set up the materials to match how they look in Halo Reach, so we have some cool little center consoles. Oh, you know what? We actually do need the collision now that I think about it. Otherwise, it just won't work. Yeah, it's just missing seam sealer. That's totally fine. Hollow A should be pretty straightforward. It's literally just default Illum Detail additive with a simple edge fade. We can get rid of all this extra stuff. Additive. Self-Illum will be Illum Detail. Albedo's defaults? Yeah. So no texture, no nothing. It's literally just the self-Illum map of Hollow red. That's it, actually. Huh. Kind of surprised. What's the overlay? There is no overlay. That is really, really simple. Oh, we gotta import the bitmaps. Tool, bitmaps, objects, levels, multi, Alpine Sandbox, Forge, Spire, bitmaps. I forgot the name of it. Something red. I think it was Cov Center Console red. Is that really it? No, Hollow Template red for this one. Was that for A or B? Yeah, A. Ooh, very cool. Wrong texture though. Oh, they're supposed to be double-sided. Fuck. I suppose this is fine, because in the end I'm going to be able to import this with the proper updated physics model as well, and now that it has the updated shaders, which I'm not even done with, I have the opportunity to fix them right now before I even see it in game. But for the second one, for B, it's literally just self-illumination is multi-layer additive, which is kind of cool. Is that even a thing that I can do? Yeah, multi-layer additive. Okay, neat. That is default. I don't think there is an overlay, is there? Overlay is additive. And it uses the console red. Let's grab that, wherever that is, Cov, center console red. So that's the self-illum map and the overlay. I'm going to delete all the custom functions here. Nothing unique there. Does it have a soft fade? Oh, it doesn't even do soft fade. Well, whatever, that's fine. That all looks pretty good. Sure, soft fade is off on both of these. Right, and then it does an intensity that is set from 5 to 10 on Wander at 3 with a phase of 4. That's for intensity, yeah. So periodic, Wander, phase of 4, time period of 2, 3. And it was 10 to 5. Okay, we've matched that now. I guess I don't really have to do this exactly, but I want to. Layer depth is 0.85, contrast is 0.7. Four layers of 4, depth darken is 0.5. Overlay is pretty simple, clamped with an intensity of 12. And edge fade is all default. This one should have scan lines, but they just don't actually exist, I guess. In any case, let's see what it looks like. The fuck? Hello? I guess I broke this one. Try that. Hello? Base map, nothing. It's just gray. Multilayer additive, additive, additive. Default, multilayer additive, additive, additive. I'm confused and also scared, but also confused. Do overlay none. What's going on here? Got a perfectly fine alpha mask. Hello, be red. Not having any errors. It is working correctly. I'm confused. Just like straight up not rendering. Loaded in perfectly, no issues there. Material name correct. I have an idea. Why don't I just take A, remake B, since I know A at least renders. Okay, that works. Let's give it the correct little thingy here. I gotta remember what it was called. What was it? Cov something red? Cov center console red. Well, that's something. Is there supposed to be another thing here that I'm just like missing? Or is that actually just how it looks? I know the self-illumination here is that. What about multi-layer additive? Okay, when I sent it to multi-layer additive, that's what broke it. Why? Random Crush Pelican and Phantoms are on the map indicating weapon pickups? Yeah, I mean, that's something I would love to do on this map. That's super easy to do as well, frankly. Weird that when I add that, it just kind of breaks it down. Yeah, I guess I just won't do multi-layer additive. We'll just do a simple illum detail. I'll grab back that really nice periodic wander it had, though. I believe, if I recall correctly, it was 5 to 10 with a phase of 4 and a time period of 3. Yeah, it's got like a nice little flicker there. And then if we actually want to test out destroying this thing with a little melee here, my idea was pretty simple. The way I'm going to set it up is I'm going to make the indirect damage section called top. The metal is all going to be attached to top. Everything here is top, which does take full damage when the object dies. It does ignore... well, I guess we don't even need to worry about that anymore. Blah, blah, blah. It's all there. I'm going to rename it to main. And I'm going to copy this instant response here. This is how it should work, but I'm also going to make it absorb body damage, so there's nothing here should actually damage it. Instead, we're going to have this, which is going to be console. Console... What's up? Chair stream? Yeah, I just had to get up for a sec. We're going to set this up so that the console is what actually ends up destroying this whole thing, and then should be good. I'm just going to have this do kills, object, and I'm going to actually give it a little response delay of like 10 seconds. And I do have this effect. I think I still have it, right? No, I deleted it, but I'm going to go yoink it from the Lich. Vehicles, Lich, FX. It was destruction, shield depletion. Perfect. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah. And this is going to be, I'm going to call this countdown. This basically just like plays the Scarab alarm and a bunch of other stuff. We just gotta switch out reactor effects and reactor core for, at least for now, I'm gonna use the debris marker, which is like one of the only markers that are actually useful and on the upper part of this. But yeah, theoretically, now that I have all that set up, and this actually does take damage from particular things, indirect damage section goes to main, which means nothing should actually affect it. The material named console will go to console, and it will be a energy thick, like that. So I'm going to test this. Does shooting this hurt anything? Oh god, that was not supposed to happen. That was not supposed to happen. Close call. Close call. Metal goes to main. Main right here should absorb body damage. If it has absorbed body damage, okay, receives local damage. That should work, right? If it has absorbs body damage, it shouldn't actually do no indirect damage section, perhaps. Perhaps that'll help. Still does not help. What if I melee the ground? Okay, one melee doesn't kill it, but what if I do one melee on the console? I set this up already on the Lich once before. I've just forgotten how it works. Oh, I know what to do. Copy this instant response, delete it. Have this just exist. Then I'll add another one called Death, which also is the same thing. And this one will just be on its own. It'll only receive local damage. Indirect damage will go to main, which won't actually trigger anything. Console will go to console. Main will not take full damage when object dies. It'll literally just exist to exist and absorb damage. And the console will just exist in order to trigger the thing to die with a 10-second delay. And then death will trigger when the other one kills it. So there should be like a chain reaction. I've seen some of the vehicles that Bungie set up work this way. So let's see, let me just make sure. Okay, we can't blow it up anymore. But if I come up to here, oh wait, I have one last thing to do, which is I want the console to have like the teensy tiniest amount of health, 0.1. Okay, so this thing doesn't take any damage, but then I come up to here and shoot it a little. Oh, I didn't import the new collision model. Oops. Fire top. Okay, now it's not set up, is it? Console. Is that even the name? Oh, I didn't even export it. No, it's not even the name. It's called Switch. I don't think I exported it. What up, Abigail? Welcome, welcome. Isn't it a bit too red? Probably. That's just how it looked in game. I'll probably switch its color up. For now, I'm just keeping it like this. Okay, let me run the collision again. Collision's still acting like it doesn't exist. Switch goes to console, has an energy shield, thick global material name. Really just acting like it doesn't exist at all. Switch is the name of the material. I mean, theoretically it should be there, right? It's parented to the bone and everything. We'll check relations, parent to bone, all good. Which is tied to the console damage section, which does exist and is totally valid, 0.1 HP. Spire top 2, 917, just imported. Let's run collision again. Oh yeah, that's on just regular Spire top. And yet it's not rendering. I'm gonna do a bulk import really quickly. Siren, I think should be a bit lower pitched to make it sound like a bigger one. I might do that. Honestly, I have no issues with the existing Scarab alarm. I do think it sounds really good as is, but we shall see. I'm really curious to see if, I think it's trying. Yeah, it's going to fail the render model, but does it continue with the collision model? Doesn't even try. In that case, I think in order to do the full import, I actually have to just like delete the render folder. Maybe that works. Collision doesn't want to acknowledge the fact that it exists, which is a little weird, frankly, but... Oh, you know what? Now it'll exist. Now it'll work. Use the alarm for the Cortana level. Oh yeah, where it goes like... That's not a bad idea. I haven't used that like for anything before, but it's a good sound. Oh, that worked. That worked. But does it blow up at the end? That's the real question. Oh my god, it sure did. I accidentally spawned in 2 of them, but it worked. Let's go. I think, yeah, the switch here, console. Rename it to switch. Clear. Your idea, make sure I get that. Oh, thank you so much. So yeah, this thing should be entirely unaffected by any kind of damage whatsoever. Now you have to walk inside. You gotta go up to this thing and either shoot it or like melee it. And once you do, the alarm goes off. You gotta run. Bad. That works pretty good. And of course the dome is still an entirely separate thing, at least right now, where it does take damage from weapons and things. I don't think that's going to be how it is in the end, but it works pretty good for now. The logic is cooking. It's working. And you're like, oh frick, oh gosh, now that I got the shield down, time to come up here and do crazy shit. I really want to make it so these grav lifts have like a slow down area at the top and bottom, and then in the middle you go like super fast. Shields down. Time to destroy it. Boom. Shoot the console. You're like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Gotta go. Sound effect, that too, yeah. Not bad, not bad. Some good stuff. I'm gonna do it on the other one real quick. I'm gonna simulate being in a Banshee and taking this thing out. I probably should have some kind of console. Like, I know the console up there is technically supposed to take down the shield, but he leaned inside that way. Wait, Green, look at this. I did some cool stuff. It's temporary, but it works. I gotta go. Ooh, ooh. I gotta hit the power button. We're in the RTS project. Is that just on the back burner? Yeah, it's just on the back burner. I have a lot of projects still on the back burner that I would like to do, just haven't gotten around to it yet. Who said that? Oh fuck, that's gonna hit me! So that's kind of fucking cool. It's like a stationary lich. You know, like the way the lich works with the core and everything on Huge Grass and Ultimate Forge. It's just that, but big stationary tower with a big shield. Wow. Yeah, that's fucking cool. I gotta come up with a better way to damage the shield. I gotta come up with something for that and make it obvious to the player, because I feel like just being able to shoot the shield from the outside completely defeats the purpose of the shield being there at all. But whatever. I'll think of that tomorrow. I gotta go. I got sudden plans to go do stuff I just remembered about, so I'm gonna hop out of here. It's a good idea. Allow you to have a button. Yeah, if I could do a button, I would, but for this now, meleeing the button is like sort of kind of works. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed watching me work on the Spire today, make it like even cooler. I really like that we did some particle models so that when this thing like shuts down, it has like a big cool ring effect. Thanks for the help. Yeah, of course. And I mean, honestly, thank you to you guys as well. You guys come up with some banger ideas that make all the mods I do so much better, so I really appreciate you guys tuning in today. I'll be live again tomorrow, so if you guys want to tune in for that, you totally should. 6 p.m. Central Time. That said, I'll be back tomorrow then. Have a wonderful rest of your night, you guys. Thank you to everybody. Appreciate all the support. Yeah, I'm out. Have a good one, you guys. Night-night. Console hijack animation? It's not a vehicle. But maybe. I give it a try. Have a good one. Bye! Remind me tomorrow!